Okay, so for class today, if you're new here, my name is Corey and I'm a physical therapist with UCSD. And today I have Leslie with me. She is the occupational therapist here with UCSD, and we both specialize in neurological conditions. So we're happy to have you. For today's class, I want everyone to have a chair or access to a nice sturdy chair, as well as some floor space. So together, we are going to be doing some things in sitting, just everyone. And then there's also going to be portions where we're doing some stuff in sitting and standing, depending on your personal abilities. Okay, so we'll kind of tell you when those things are, and we'll kind of demonstrate those here. We're going to start with a nice warm up. We're going to do 60 seconds of work with 20 seconds of rest, and we're going to try to go through that series 3 times. There's 4 exercises, and then we're going to do a lot of big movements today. So if you've done big before, they might be familiar to you. So we're going to kind of take a minute and kind of reset, our bodies and going back to those foundational movements. And then we'll finish with a nice cool down, and that'll be it for today. So let me start my timer to keep us going for our warm up. Okay, so like I said, we're going to go 60 seconds. The first one we're going to do is just marching with that opposite reach. So I really want you reaching up. If you need help for your balance, you can use your chair to kind of help you balance. If you need to sit, you can also do it in sitting. And again, we're just starting slow with the idea that we will eventually kind of speed up. But I want you first getting nice and into it, working on those high lifts and those high reaches, keeping your posture up. And we're doing this for a full minute. So you want to pick a pace that you can sustain. We're halfway through. All right, so we're going to take a rest, and the next one is similar but slightly different. So for this one, I want you kicking your heel out, and then you're reaching with that opposite arm, okay? So we're kind of doing a little dance like that. Again, trying to stay consistent with that opposite arm and big heel taps. Okay, here we go. So tap and reach. Again, keeping it at a pace you can sustain for that full 60 seconds. And maybe this first time around is just nice and slow, and you'll speed it up as we get into the later rounds. And again, if this is trouble for your balance or you're having a hard time, you can modify to sitting or using your chair to kind of hang on to and just omitting those arm movements. Okay, take a rest. Next one, we're going to do a side step. So as you side step, we're going to keep with the theme of that opposite arm was reaching. I'm kind of reaching up and across as I'm stepping. Working your coordination a little bit too. Okay, here we go. So we step out with that opposite arm. Halfway through, keep it up. All right, take a rest break. And then our last one, we're going to work on bending our knee and our opposite elbow. So you're kind of trying to kick yourself in the behind almost at the same time as you're flexing. Again, that opposite side is our theme today. Hold on a sec. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll do that. Here we go. So opposite elbow, opposite knee. Again, same thing if you're sitting, just bending that knee, bending that opposite elbow. Halfway through. It's almost like you're running. Guess depending on how fast you go, you could be. All right, take a rest. All right, and we're gonna start back again with the marching with the opposite arm, reaching up tall, trying to keep your posture up. Again, if you felt like you did pretty good that last round, you can work on going a little bit faster this time. But again, still focusing on good upright posture. Halfway through. All right, take a rest, and then we're gonna move into that foot tap with those arms, opposite arms. Again, should feel like we're warming you up now on this second round. All right, here we go. Halfway through, keep it up. All right, take a little rest break, and then we're gonna move into our side step with that overhead reach. All right, here we go. Step and reach. Opposite, reaching over your head. Halfway through. All right, take a rest break. And then our last one is that knee flexion, elbow flexion, opposite, okay? All right, here we go. Bend and bend. Halfway through, keep it up. All right, take a rest break. And then we are going to reset here for a minute. So if you need to sit, you need to grab a drink of water, anything you need to do, catch your breath for a minute. And then we're going to repeat this one more time around for our last round. And then hopefully we'll be going a little bit faster for this last round than you've been, just to get that heart rate up. All right, same thing. Last round. So march, opposite leg, opposite arm. Halfway through. Okay, take a little rest break. Then we're going to move into those side steps with the opposite reach overhead. All right, here we go. So step with that reach. Halfway through. Okay, take a rest. Oh, did I skip one? I skipped our foot taps, didn't I? Okay, well, we zipped ahead. We started our lateral steps when we were supposed to be doing our foot taps. So we apologize. We will do those now. Like, wait a second. Okay, so foot taps with that opposite reach. Halfway through. Okay, take a rest. And then we have our last one with our knee kicks and our elbow bends. And then we'll be all done with our aerobic section. All right, here we go. So bend and bend. Halfway through. All right. Take a rest. So I want you to find that chair. And I'm going to grab a drink of water before we go into our next section. So if you need to do the same, please do. Okay. So for the next part, again, if you guys have ever done big before, this is those big moves. So a little bit different from power. We don't do big a ton anymore, but they're still good foundational moves that I think are really important. So we're going to revisit those today. So I want you sitting with your legs nice and wide apart, good stable base, okay? And you're going to reach forward and really reach like you're pushing something away. And then we're going to go down to the floor and then up to the ceiling and then out. And now we're going to hold this for 10 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to clap our hands on our legs, okay? So we're going to repeat that again 5 times. Again, being very intentional with our pushes, our reaches, our posture. You want to give a lot of big amplitude movement, okay? Okay, so we're starting here. We're going to reach forward and down and up and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 1. And push down, up, out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 2. Push down, up, out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 3. Here we go. Count out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 4. Same thing. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. That's 5. Okay. So then the next one we're going to do is a reach. So you're going to take your arm and you're going to reach across, almost like you're scooping something up, okay? And notice how straight I can get my back leg. So you really want to try to press through that back leg as you're scooping up. Same thing when we're here in this posture, we're going to try to hold that for 10 seconds and then come back to that sitting position. We're going to repeat it 5 times towards one side and then repeat 5 times on the other side. Okay, so we're taking that arm, kind of scooping back and coming forward and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And transition back. Good. Again. Swing back and scoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 2. And scoop and reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 3. Here we go. Scoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, one more, right? Okay. It's hard to count and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay, now we got to repeat it to the other side. So we're going to swoop and scoop and press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. That's 3. Scoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Last one. Reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. So now we should be all prepared to kind of continue on with the next one. So now we're going to do some stepping. Again, if stepping is challenging for you, you can repeat the stepping from a sitting position, or if you just need the chair to help you with your balance, then do that. So we're going to do a forward stomp out big, back big, okay? So I don't know what kind of flooring you all have, but if you can kind of make a noise when you're stomping forward and when you're stomping back, okay? We're gonna do 10 on one side and then we'll switch and we'll do 10 on the other. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So big, effortful steps and movements with our upper body too, right? Okay, so we're going to repeat that same thing on our opposite leg. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job. Okay. Next, we're going to do the same idea, but now we're going to be stepping out sideways, okay? So when we're stepping out, I want you to do the same thing. That big step out, big step in, okay? Trying to make that stomp. We're going to do 10 and 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, we'll pause a second, and then we're going to repeat to the other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice work. All right, so you guys probably know what's coming next is backwards, okay? Same idea. We are going to try to keep those big, effortful movements, okay? So when you step back, I want you to step back and you're gonna kind of reach back. Then as you're reaching back, you're gonna rock, trying to pull your toes up so you're getting that posterior weight shift. And then you're gonna bring it back, okay, together. So that's what's sometimes hard about stepping back is we forget that weight shift going into our back leg. So let's practice this. Again, 10 and 10 again, okay? So backwards, step back, we press, we rock, we're up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Now we're going to practice that on the other side. Here we go. Oops, I messed up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Okay, so now we're going to work on rocking and reaching to work a little bit more on that weight shift that I just talked about. So we're going to put one foot in front of the other, and you're going to work on shifting that weight into the forward foot, reaching up, and then we're going to shift back into the backwards. My toe is up, and then my opposite arm is reaching, okay? So they kind of stick opposite but together, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're going to stay in this staggered posture. So we're going to come back and reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And then we're going to go the opposite. So switch your feet and start with us again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good work. Okay. Next one, we're going to do a little bit of a twist. So that rotational movement. So you're going to start with, again, keeping those feet nice and wide apart. And you're just going to work on rotating. So my legs are also moving with my pelvis and my upper body. And then I'm coming back. Okay, so we're kind of doing a half turn almost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And then we're going to switch and go the other way. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. All right, we're going to go back to our chair now. So everyone gets to take a little bit of a rest. And now we're going to work on sit to stand. So kind of using all of those things that we just practiced to help us get up off of the chair more easily. So biggest key points, you want to keep those feet nice and wide apart. You also want to be near the edge of your chair. Don't be sitting all the way back like this. That makes it much harder to get up. So near the edge of the chair, feet nice and wide. And what you're going to do is you're going to reach really far forward like we practiced already, and then come up, and those arms are coming out. Okay? If this doesn't feel that natural to you, you could do the same thing, maybe just having your hands on your chair if your chair has armrests as you come forward so you don't feel like you're completely going to topple over. Or if you have another chair or a countertop or something near you, you can get a little bit closer so you have something to grab on, okay? We're going to try to do 10 of those just like that. So reaching big far forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're standing up tall. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. So we'll come down to sitting and we will catch our breath a minute. I don't know about all of you, but I'm sweating. It is a little warm up here. Okay, so then for the next one we're going to do, it's from the sitting position, and we're going to work on taking a step out. And I want you to see if you can rotate. So this is like getting in and out of the car, maybe out of like a bathtub or a booth at a dining establishment. And then you're going to come back, and then you're going to go the other way. So step, step, but trying to get that turn. So again, I'm on the edge of the chair. That's helping me move in those directions, okay? We're going to do 10 of these. So step, step, turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, try to make it loud. 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Very good. And we'll come back to the center and we'll take another little rest break here. And then we're going to do one more sit to stand, or 10 more, but one more round. And this time we're going to do it just slightly different. So this time I still want you, again, at the edge of your seat. I still want you coming forward. But as you're coming forward, I want those arms to come up and then coming down, okay? Here we go. So up on that posture and down, kind of one good motion. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. We'll catch our breath and we will start to do a little bit of a cool down. So in this sitting position, I want you just to bring your knee up to your chest, okay? We're just going to hold it here. While it's here, you can also kind of wiggle those ankles around. Go one clockwise, one direction, and go counterclockwise the other direction. Okay, and then we'll switch sides. Bring the other one up and hold, and wiggle that ankle around. Okay, and then the opposite direction. Okay, we're gonna do one more each side. So pull that knee up and hold. This time you can go up and down with your ankle. Change it up. All right, and then we're gonna switch sides. Same thing, we'll go up and down, pump this ankle. Okay. Next one we're gonna do is just a twist. So I want you to reach to your opposite side. If you have a chair, you can grab onto the back of the chair and you can put your arm kind of across your knee there. We're gonna hold this. All right, and then come back. And then the opposite side, same thing. All right, back to center. We'll do that one more time. So again, going across your body and holding that. Nice, back to the middle. One more time. All right, and then back to the middle. Last one, we're gonna cross our legs over our knee. And you should get a little bit of a stretch in through this hip. If you want more of a stretch, you can lean forward at your waist or bend at your waist. We're going to hold this. All right, and then we'll switch sides. Same thing. All right, we'll switch one more time each side. All right, last one. All right, very good. And that concludes our class today. So hopefully you feel nice and prepped for the day ahead. It was nice to see everyone. There we go. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time, okay?